Hello again everybody, it's me, back again with another video, except this time I'm doing a collaboration with HarleyTBS. Be sure to check out his channel as well as mine, as I also featured in his videos, so yeah, be sure to support both of us after you're done watching this one, and anyways, with that out of the way, let's just get right into the video. The term parasocial relationship or parasocial interaction, whatever you want to call it, was first coined in 1956 by psychologist Donald Horton and sociologist Richard Wohl to describe a phenomenon when viewers of a media begin to see the performers, actors, general online personalities, or even fictional characters they watch as friends, despite not actually having any relationship with them, or having limited or meaningless interactions, such as, basic fan service or whatnot. So as you can see, this is kind of a long-standing thing. It's been around for quite a while now. It's an illusionary experience where somebody believes to have a reciprocal relationship with one of these people, despite that not being the case at all, as in most cases, the people in question either have no idea these people exist or forget about them almost instantly due to the come-and-go nature of fans. Usually this attachment is to a persona rather than an actual personality, seeing as so many people have an online, quote-unquote face they put on just for show, and the person attached to this persona can feel as close to them as they would with actual friends. This comes through the person's own interpretation of the media personality's actions, habits, mannerisms, and just general conduct. It's becoming exceptionally common recently with the rise of more quote-unquote relatable people reaching celebrity status, mainly YouTubers and streamers because, they're seen as just regular people that can get behind a camera and talk to you. This is most likely due to the inherent interactive nature of the content they produce, seeing as YouTubers often address the camera, typically use second-person pronouns like you guys, you, etc. when talking to the audience, as well as some YouTubers interacting with the comment section, whether it be, replying to users or simply leaving a heart. However, streamers are especially prone to this kind of attention due to the innate interactive nature of the content they produce, as parasocial relationships are born out of a feeling of friendship, and since friendships are formed via repeated positive contact, streaming is kind of the perfect way to form these kinds of relationships, seeing as a big part of streaming is regular schedules, interactions with chat, and long run times for their shows, shows quote unquote. It makes a lot of sense why a lot of these people would attach themselves to creators in that way, and over time a sort of loyalty is built up, and these consumers fall into a sort of ritual, consuming content made by the individual they're attached to. This could be born out of several reasons, whether it be anxiety, lack of ability to actually socialize, or simply just being unable to access friends. And this is me kind of being speculative here, but I do feel like the whole you-know-what going around, forcing people indoors and overall separating people, is sparking more of these kinds of relationships. It would just kind of make sense, given the conditions that I just went over. Anyways, they're not actually the best thing in the world for you, believe it or not, so I'll be going over that in the next segment right here. Obviously, there is a difference between simply being a devoted fan and being completely convinced that you're in a relationship with an internet personality, platonic or not. Even though people may find comfort in these relationships, that doesn't mean they're necessarily healthy in the long run. Replacing human interaction and intimacy with a manufactured personality of someone who is barely aware of your existence will not do anybody any good and can overall stunt emotional growth, because really, in order to actually have healthy interactions with people, you're going to have to take emotional risks, whether that be rejection or ridicule, and to completely avoid that and to cling on to what is most likely a fake persona is not healthy. The same goes for placing content creators on a pedestal, and while the two go hand in hand sometimes, the glorification of people who are, at the end of the day, just normal people making content will not benefit you either. It will only hurt you to place your happiness in the care of someone who literally does not know you at all, because keep in mind, content creators don't just live for their content, they have lives outside of it, and they're real people. Part of this is shattering the illusion of, the relationship that someone has built up in their mind, because, if you're idolizing someone like a streamer and you think that you're in a relationship and like, oh, she read out my donation out loud, she said my name, she must love me, or whatever like some of these people think, if that suddenly gets shattered and you realize, hey, she really does not know anything about me except that I donate money to her and that she has little to no awareness of my actual existence, that's gonna hurt. So yeah, it's best to just keep these people an arm's length away, just so you don't get too attached. Anyways, obviously real people are simply just unable to maintain hundreds of thousands of personal friendships at a time, so yeah. Seeing a creator as a personal friend can also open you up to being, manipulated and taken advantage of, and this is not to blame those who it has happened to. However, I feel like it's generally good advice. Just kind of keep your distance from anyone who you don't know. Maybe that's just me, especially online, but it's fairly obvious that so many people are just being exposed for being manipulative creeps nowadays, so you can never really be too careful. It can also also be stressful for the creator to know that so many people think of them as a friend when that's just not the case, and feel obligated to uphold that so as to not alienate them or upset them. As a content creator, I can tell you that I do care about my fans on a superficial level, i.e. I care about them as much as I would any other person, simply because I don't have the emotional capacity to care about 60,000 people at the same time as I would on the level of a close friend. I appreciate and respect those who support me, but I hope you can understand why I simply just do not have it in me to interact with every single one of you on a personal level, and I know it's like that for other creators too. And speaking of other creators, here's Harley.
Hey, it's me Harley, just taking over from Galaxy to talk a little bit about myself and my experiences with parasocial relationships, and also how other creators enabling such relationships are actually harming their audience as a consequence. As a content creator, I do strive to reply to all comments. However, seeing as I've slowly got closer and closer to 20k, it's become a lot harder to reply to all comments. I mean, I almost get 10,000 views a day. It's very hard to reply to everyone that comments on videos, and I dedicate literally hours of my day to replying to all of them. However, I have to set a clear line between how far I let myself indulge with my audience. And that's not because I dislike my audience to any degree. It's like Galaxy said, it's way too hard to connect on a personal level with so many people in your audience, and it's not healthy for your audience to get that kind of relationship where they see you as a friend, because it's simple that I can't be friends with a fan. It's not a possible relationship. And it's not a healthy relationship either. You should never be in a relationship with someone you idolize. It's just simply way too easy for them to take advantage of that power dynamic to benefit from you and your willingness to do whatever they want, as to not displease them. And obviously, as a creator, I know how to separate myself from my audience, and I've had to do so more recently, with cutting out a lot of my usage of my public Discord server, as I was constantly in chats with all the members, and I felt like I was getting way too involved with my audience, their own troubles and their own lives, to the point where it was becoming very unhealthy for them and for myself. However, there are a lot of YouTubers like Dream that actively promote and endorse their parasocial relationships, enabling his audience to text a number that he has, and getting himself highly involved with his community in multiple different ways. And I'm not against creators getting involved with their audience, but what I am against is when you're actively promoting a platform to speak to you consistently to a huge portion of your fan base that only know you as a creator, and then letting them message you. Simply, it's not healthy for them, because of course they're going to message you because they're a big fan. However, you could very easily take advantage of them in those conversations, and fans that desperately want to message you will share a lot of their personal lives, and they'll dedicate a lot of themselves to that, and it could consciously affect their mental health when they either don't get replies, or when the replies they get aren't what they expect from you. Which is why viewers should never allow themselves to get into a parasocial relationship with a creator, or to put that creator on a pedestal. I often see a lot of people that are like, I'm so disappointed in this creator for not being perfect or for making mistakes, completely ignoring the fact that everyone has faults and they're genuine people with genuine issues and regular lives. It's like the good old phrase, never meet your idols. Whenever you meet someone or pry into their personal life, they're never going to live up to the perfect persona you've developed of them, as everyone online, especially YouTubers, present their better selves. They don't want to be seen as the bad guy, or they don't want people to see their darker, more toxic, or more negative moments. I, like everyone else, have flaws, and I've been called out on them multiple times. I've made mistakes in the past, and I've been criticized on them. Everyone does. And I don't think that's a fault in me, because I'm human. It's like the Hopeless Peaches drama. So many people got so involved in Peaches' personal life that they started unsubscribing because she was a bad friend. Like that should matter to a single viewer in the audience for any reason. It's Peaches' personal life and it shouldn't be publicized. I mean, I am friends with Peaches, and Peaches is a good person, to clarify. However, even if Peaches wasn't, there would be no problem with that, as it doesn't take away from Peaches' content. Unless Peaches is actively doing something that could harm their audience, or is a genuine problem that should land them in jail, I don't think it should be shared publicly in any capacity. It's why when I cover drama, I never take it too seriously unless it's a real issue. TLDR, everyone makes mistakes, everyone has parts of themselves that they don't like to show to the public, and you should never let yourself be too connected to a content creator online, to the extent where their private mistakes somehow affect you emotionally to the point of sometimes bringing you to tears or believing you need to never support them again. That shouldn't be the case. Drama channels don't make videos to expose people most of the time. They make videos to criticize them and call them out on their mistakes so that they can improve from them. The audience should not be trying to cancel people because of their past mistakes. Or, that's just my view anyway, and I'd love to know yours. So if you want to give me yours, I'll be making a community post after this video on my channel, where you'll be able to respond to everything I said in this video, and give me your feedback. I'd appreciate that. While you're there though, you could also click subscribe and support me. However, I'm definitely not being paid to say this. Subscribe to GalaxyIsOk as well. They make great content, and I genuinely appreciate them putting me on this channel, as it helps me get towards the 20k milestone. Thank you, Galaxy. Back to you.
Overall, I feel like it's just best to keep creator-audience interactions to what they should be, a mutual enjoyment of content creation and consumption, and nothing more, just for the benefit of both creator and the audience. Thank you so much to Harley for coming on today. It was always fun doing a collaboration, and remember to check out both of our channels, as I also feature in a video over at his channel. We make a lot more content like this for you to watch, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop both of us a sub. I'm trying to reach 70k by the end of the year, Harley's trying to reach 20k, so it would mean a lot if you'd help us reach both of those goals. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.